What's a practical tip or like a set of steps that you would recommend to a founder to take if they're wanting to verify or protect themselves from going into a potential business partnership?
It's difficult, because we are been talking, or deepfakes are coming, but I'm thinking like going on a video call as quick as possible. I think you have to check third-party verifications here. Things can look great. Even a website can look great, but there are different types of tools you can go in to see when was it registered. What is it built with? Like, is this information correct that's here? Everyone can have a pretty quote or have some numbers up on the website, but are those numbers real? I think you need to ask for, proper bank statements. You need to ask, you need to verify. And that's what I mean. If you then ask for it, but you are potentially talking to a criminal or a fraudster, they won't be able to give you that. They will be fluff still.
Yeah.
And I think as well, asking if they can connect you with someone that they've collaborated with before, or that they can talk about how they collaborated with someone and how that ended. Because a real, investor or someone that goes into a business with someone, they will be able to talk about, well, that collaboration didn't work well because X, Y, and Z. Why a fraudster will always say, this is amazing, this is great. Potentially, that's what I'm saying. There might be something, but a lot of them will kind of say that everything's great, everything's amazing, you should be doing this, this is like low risk, high reward, And I think that those are the different ways. I feel like you should always, like, as I say, trust but verify. You should always do that.
Yeah.
You should always go into this with like, okay, it might be true, but I need to verify more than your words, because they will manipulate you and they will make you feel like this is something you should be doing, but you need to check.
I even think like, because a really masterful manipulator would have some sort of third-party proof ready to go, because they know that you're going to ask a question. But like, say if I wanted to work with a company and they have all these testimonials on the website, I'm like, cool, I've seen them already, but I want a testimonial from this company that you worked with that you don't actually publish on your website. Can I please get a reference for them?
Yeah.
And then I'll call with them.
No, I mean like, these documents that you get, you need to verify those documents too. Yeah. No. What I meant is that it's like you need to verify third party wise, not just something that they sent to you. You need to go somewhere else to get that verification.
Yeah.
Even if it's from the government that they're registered in, the bank statements, like or like tax return. I'm just like saying it needs to come from someone else.
Some official source.
Yeah. But of course, if it's proper immersive theater and I say like, can I talk to someone you collaborate with before? It can be someone that I'm going to send you to this individual that is my co-conspirator. And then like, I get it. But I think the more friction you put into this, instead of just going along with what they're saying, the more friction you put in, the more questions you're asking, and the more you can see how they act by, getting those questions that they normally are not getting.
Yeah.
And that is what I say, like, you should ask for, collaboration or partnerships that didn't end in success, because everyone will have that. So if the person you're talking to say, no, I don't have that.
I have
that
100%.
Is very weird. But that is
record.
Weird. And for someone who's serious will be able to give you that and say, yeah, this partnership just didn't, we've had some conversations.
Right.
It didn't pan out.
I feel like the onus should be on the other person to prove their, I guess, trustworthiness to you. Because I feel like at this point, the natural thing for the manipulator to do would be to start putting pressure on, like, oh, we don't have time for verification. Come on, we got to get the deal done. Which, that puts it on you.
They will put urgency in. And I think like by verifying, by like putting a bit of a break on, how will they react to that? If they react badly to it or get even more tense with you, or like, you need to do this, if not, X, Y, and Z will happen, then I would be like, that is what I'm feeling will come back.
Yeah.
The more questions you're asking.
100%. Yeah. Because even like with the scam that I fell for, the more questions I was asking, the more frustrated the guy became. And I was young and dumb and I didn't kind of like read that properly. But today I would have been like, I don't know.
Hey, if you enjoyed this quick clip, check out the full episode of Winning Friends linked below.